We're here at a spot by the river outside of Lamprabang. Seems to be a bit of a picnic spot for the locals. People are getting ready for Laotian barbecue, it seems, and all kinds of interesting things. They just wash their fruit and veggies and herbs in the river. And here is where we'll be doing some filming today for a yoga video. So yeah, people might pop into the frame. We don't know how this is gonna go. Picnic is ongoing, but yeah, get your stuff ready and I'll meet you on the mat. We're gonna start today by coming onto our backs, lying down onto the floor or onto your mat, and just taking a moment to lengthen yourself out, lengthen out through the back of the neck. Maybe gently begin to draw the front belly ribs down so that the front body is pressing down towards the spine onto the mat. Take the heels in a little bit closer and just take a moment to feel your spine firmly grounded. Press gently in through the heels but also the toes, drawing the front of the navel down as much as you can and gently pressing the back of your head into the mat as well. Taking 2-3 deep breaths here, just as you connect with all these different parts of your body that you're very consciously activating. And then turning the palms of the hands up towards the sky if they're not there already. And then we're going to start with just a few big motions through the shoulder joint to loosen up. So you might hear a few clicks, you might feel a few places that are not moving as smoothly as they should. So this is just a very gentle exercise to get the gliding in the joint to activate the way that it should. The aim here is nice and slow and keeping a lot of activation through the front body as you just move the arms. See if you can stretch your fingers wide to activate all the way into the forearms as well. And reaching those fingertips all the way up, maybe pressing them down towards the ground. And again, reaching over. We'll do one more like that and extending as much as you can, pressing fingertips up, pressing fingertips back down to the floor. One more. And release. Good. Just take a few easy rolling movements here. Loosen through the shoulders. And then from here we're going to roll ourselves up to sitting. From sitting we're going to come into our eagle arms. So take yourself onto your knees. You're welcome to take a block. I don't have a block today, so if you have a block at home and that feels more comfortable, you're welcome to use it. We're going to take our arms out towards the sides and then take the right arm under the left, interlacing the fingers back at the top, and that should already start giving you a bit of a stretch through the shoulders. There's a tendency here for the belly to come forward and the lower back to arch, and I'm going to ask you just to draw that in so that you have a lot of activation across the front body to support the back. On your next inhalation, reach the elbows up, and as you exhale, pull the elbows down. Inhale, elbows reach up, and exhale, elbows pull down. One more, inhale up, and exhale down. Good. Release the arms, take a few big rolls, soften into the shoulders, and then once again stretch the arms out to the sides. And this time left goes under right, bringing the hands back together. Pull in through the front body, lengthen through the spine. Keep the tailbone gently tucking down towards the heels, and then as you inhale, once again reach the elbows up, and exhale, reaching down. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, reaching down. Last one, inhale, reaching up, and exhale, reaching down. Good. We're going to release the arms here, rolling through the shoulders, loosen them up, And then take ourselves into a table pose and just gently rocking from side to side, loosening into the spine, into the shoulders themselves by taking nice big rolling motions. And then spreading the fingers wide for table pose, pressing into the front of the finger pads, but also the big pad on the index finger here on the hand, onto the knuckle. Press the tops of the feet firmly into the mat, the knees draw in through the belly, elbows gently soften towards the back, heart reaches forward, chin lifts, navel draws up to spine, cow pose. As you exhale, reverse that movement, press into the upper back, lift your chin in towards your throat. And then again, inhale, reaching forwards. Exhale, rounding up. And inhale, reaching forwards. Exhale. And last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. From here, coming into our table, loosen it up. We're going to step our right foot forwards. Coming into a low lunge, so let that left knee push back a little bit if you have the space. Let the toes flatten down onto the ground. Press down through the front right heel, and then with arms lifted, see if you can peel the belly away from the thigh. Keep lifting through the spine as you lengthen, arms reach up overhead. And then as you exhale, the fingers go round the back, they interlace. And once again, as you inhale, lifting through the chest, reaching forward. Find a lot of power through the legs. Back knee presses down, front heel presses down, belly and chest rising up towards the sky. Navel drawing inwards towards the body. One more deep breath. And then gently take the right foot out to the side a little bit, but keep that knee pulling in rather than edging out. And then lean forwards. If the spine begins to round, lengthen the heart forwards. Sink deep into the hips. 2 more breaths. Lift the shoulders and the hands up high. If you have any bees bugging you, you can wave them off. Otherwise, holding the pose. And from here, we're going to release. Left hand comes down to the mat. We're going to reach the chest forward, draw in through the belly, rotate through the rib cage, reaching up as we press the ground away, and taking 2 more deep breaths. Good. 1 more deep breath here. And then we're going to release the hand down, step it back into a table pose. Loosen up through the shoulders and the spine. And then we're going to step our left foot forward, taking that stretch to the other side. So left foot comes in between the hands. Back knee reaches out a little bit if it needs to. And pressing through the front heel, engaging front body, reach the arms out, peel yourself away from the front thigh, and then reaching the arms up overhead. Press firmly through the front leg as you lengthen yourself up, drawing in through the rib cage as you lengthen your chest up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, taking your arms around the back, interlace the fingers here. Take the foot out a little bit, giving yourself space, but keeping the knee pulling in towards the midline. Inhale, once again, lifting through the chest. Taking 2-3 breaths here. And then as we exhale, we're going to lean forwards a little bit. If the spine rounds, think of leaning the heart forwards, lifting through the hands and the shoulders, firm footing through that front heel. One more deep breath. And we're going to release, taking the right hand down to the mat, leaning the hips to the front, twisting through the rib cage, pressing down through bottom hand, and then reaching up. 2 more deep breaths here. And then as you exhale, bring the hand down. Step yourself back into a table pose. Loosen up through the shoulders. And then we're going to walk the hands forward, coming into a puppy pose, but fingers lifted high. Forehead resting almost down to the mat. And front body lifting away from the floor. So it's not Anahatasana, but rather arms engaged, front body engaged, forehead gently resting on the mat. See if you can turn your inner elbows up towards the sky, letting the shoulder blades turn out and forwards towards the armpits, broadening through the upper back. Let the tops of the feet rest flat. One more deep breath. And then as you inhale, sliding yourself back into a table pose. Loosen through the shoulders if you need to. Good. From here we're going to warm the shoulders up a little bit more by finding a bit of engagement through the upper back. So starting with right arm lifting up to the sky. And then we're going to thread that right arm through. You'll see left elbow bends, not out, but in towards my rib cage. And the right fingers extend out like I want to drop the shoulder on the mat, but I just keep it hovering above, 1 or 2 centimeters. We're going to close the eyes here if you can. Take 2-3 breaths, squeezing left elbow in towards the midline, drawing in through the belly. 1 more deep breath. And then as you exhale, release the shoulder down. Good. From here we'll take the left hand, walk it up and over to the right hand side overhead. Taking a nice deep twist here to loosen through the shoulders. Keep the feet grounded. Slow deep breathing. One more deep breath. And then we're going to take our left leg, extending it out. You can bring the left hand back in line so that you can keep the left side of the body turning down as opposed to opening up. Maybe floating that left leg up as you let the left hip turn down. Drawing in through the belly, a little bit more weight goes into the shoulder, stretching it a little deeper. And then if you feel comfortable, seeing if you can take your left hand to meet with your left foot and opening up. You might find that you want to roll over. Keep pushing down through your right arm. That's where your balance comes from. 1 more deep breath. Release. Take the hand down in front of the face. See if you can float yourself up. Extend one arm forward, leg to the back. And exhale, coming back into table. Shake off the dirt. Get ready for the other side. So inhale, lifting up through your left side. And then again, as you exhale, coming down and through, like you want to put the shoulder down, but instead you just hover. Right elbow, squeezing into the midline. Shoulder drawing down your back, navel drawing into spine. And left fingertips reaching out to the right hand side. 1 more deep breath. And then as you exhale, drop the shoulder down. Take your right hand overhead, walk it towards the left. Nice deep twist into the upper back and opening the shoulders. Good. 1 more breath here. And then taking your right hand a bit more towards the right hand side of the mat. Extend the right leg. Feel like you're pulling the right side of your body closer to the mat. Pressing through the left knee and the left foot. Rise up through the right foot. Good. Beginning to find a little bit of balance, bit of engagement through the center, and then slowly shifting the balance, head to the mat, weight pressing down through your left arm, reach up with right hand to right foot. I'm beginning to open by kicking the foot up towards the sky, slow deep breathing. One more deep breath. And release. So we're going to take right hand to the mat, right foot stays extended, lifting up, left arm reaches forward, right heel reaches back. And bringing ourselves back down. Good. From here, roll the shoulders out, take the toes together. We're going to tuck the toes in under, and then from there, see if we can lift ourselves up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Nice deep breath here as you sink the hips low. You draw in through the belly, reach the arms forward. And then taking hands to heart as you exhale, twisting first to your left. Take 2 to 3 deep breaths, lengthening through the spine by drawing belly in. And then as you inhale, come forwards. Exhale to the other side. One more deep breath. And inhale to front. As you exhale, folding forwards, shake out through the neck, loosen through the back. And then we're going to walk our hands out, bringing ourselves into a downward facing dog. You can keep your heels lifted, knees a little bent. And just focus on pressing into the fingers. Find that front body lifting away from the ground, up towards the spine. Weight pushing down to front, ahead of you, allowing your tailbone to rise. One more deep breath. And then as you inhale, gently lift the heels, ground the right foot down, push like you want to go into side plank, and back. Lift to the left, pushing your shoulder towards your hand, and back. A few more. Pushing towards. Bend the knees, push shoulder towards hand, nice and slow. One more full round. Good. Last one. Good. And take yourself back into a down dog. This time working the heels down a little bit more. Just treading them up and down. Good. Turning both your feet towards the right. If this doesn't feel comfortable, full side plank, you can always drop the knee. Take your side plank from here. Otherwise, if you feel good, turn the heels to the right. Stretch yourself out. Holding 3 breaths, whichever variation you choose. One more deep breath. And pushing back. Other side. Rolling the heels out or pushing the knee down as you prefer. Into your side plank. One more deep breath. And release. Push into downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. And then as you exhale, drop your knees down towards the mat. Just come into child's pose, 1 or 2 breaths. We're going to finish off with a dolphin pose, just to open the shoulders one last little bit. So coming hands onto hands and knees, drop the forearms to the mat, grabbing the elbows with the hands, and then reaching the hands back towards the front. Press down through the elbows, through the hands, tuck the toes under, lifting through the hips. Taking a slow, deep breath here. Allow yourself to lengthen out through the elbows, running up through the shoulders to the tailbone. Maybe walk the feet in a little bit for a little bit more of a challenge. One more deep breath. And then as you exhale, drop the knees down and push back into child once more. Good. On the next inhalation, bring yourself all the way up. And we're going to come onto our belly for the last stretch. So belly comes down towards the floor. And we're going to start with right arm bending at the elbow, resting, straightening the arm out towards the right side, palm facing down. We're going to begin to roll onto that right shoulder and then walk the left hand up. Take the left toes, tap it gently down to the floor on the right hand side of your mat. Taking a few deep breaths here. And then from here we're going to release, roll back onto our bellies. Let me just pop this out. And then taking the left arm out to the side, right fingertips go overhead. Let the right toes tap behind you and the right fingertips reach up overhead above you. We'll take one more deep breath here. And then we're going to roll back into center. And then turn ourselves over onto our backs for Savasana. Oops. Hopefully you don't have as many bugs on your mat as I do right now. As you come onto your back, just allow the neck to lengthen once more. You can maybe pull the knees in towards the chest and just gently rock them from side to side, soothing the lower back into the floor. And then when you're ready, you can either straighten the legs out or maybe keep the knees bent, drop the knees together, hands by your side or resting on your belly. And as you come into Shavasana, taking at least 5 minutes to let your spine rest, to let your breath become steady, and to feel your awareness sinking from the eyelids back into the brain so that your awareness feels like it's resting in the center of your head. Allow yourself to just hear all the noises around you. Letting everything just pass through you rather than hooking into your attention. Recognizing this is what the world currently is. And that in a few minutes it will be different. So seeing if you can appreciate the uniqueness that this moment offers. When you're ready, just make your way up to sitting. Maybe dedicate your practice to the day ahead or to the day that is past. Closing practice with that dedication. Namaste.